All right, let's get going. As I said, thank you very much to everyone who joined our webinar. My name is Luzanne Lottering. I am the marketing manager here at CardioLog Analytics, and I will go ahead and kick things off. So today's webinar is on Office 365 Analytics Key Performance Indicators, or KPIs, what they are and how to use them. Just to let you know that this webinar is being recorded. So if you want to share this with a colleague, we will go ahead and send an email with the recording after today's session. And of course, if you have any questions, please send them through the questions box within the GoToWebinar panel. I will leave some time towards the end for Q&A. And you can also connect with us on Twitter with the Twitter handle @CardioLog. In regards to the agenda for today's webinar, we'll start out with a very short introduction. We'll talk a bit about CardioLog Analytics and who we are, and then I'll go over our tool and walk you through how you can set analytics KPIs and enhance business productivity via Office 365 applications. So during the webinar, we'll talk a bit about how different KPIs are used for measuring success, how KPIs can help your organization save money and time. It's a really big, important one. And then also how significant insights can be yielded from analytics metrics. And then at the end, like I said, we'll be taking some Q&A, so please feel free to send your questions throughout the entire course of this presentation, and then I will tackle those at the end. So let me give you a little bit of an introduction and tell you a little bit about CardioLog Analytics. So it will be brief. CardioLog Analytics has been around for about 15 years now, since 2005 in fact. We are based out of Boston, and over the last 15 years, we've been focused on analytics as well as engagement designed for SharePoint, Teams, and Office 365. So our flagship solution is CardioLog Analytics, and it's built specifically for internal platforms, including all versions of SharePoint. So that would be from 2010 up to 2019, as well as SharePoint Online, Microsoft Teams, OneDrive, Exchange, and also Yammer. So our solution is available both on-prem and as a SaaS version based on Power BI. Our goal here at CardioLog Analytics is to help our customers to constantly improve Office 365 based on how it's being used. So regarding that, there are four main pillars that we talk to our customers about. The first is monitor, which is tracking the usage within SharePoint, and Teams, and OneDrive, and Exchange. The second is engaging users, asking them what their needs are, what their pain points are, what's not working for them. And then the next pillar is enhance. So we want to make sure that we are constantly improving SharePoint and Teams and so on based on those first two pillars. So the idea is to have actionable metrics which will allow us to constantly make Office 365 platforms better for our users. And then our last pillar, the final one, is securing Office 365 by enforcing permissions and access, identifying breaches of information, and securing confidential data. So let's get to our topic today. Office 365 KPIs. So setting business goals and objectives is always important, especially in times where most work is remote, like now during the corona crisis. So you need to empower your stockholders and managers and administrators in your organization to not only set but also monitor performance metrics or KPIs, which will then enable them to evaluate the success of your organization's Office 365 environments and also improve overall productivity. So that said, let's hop into our demo environment so I can show you in action. There we go. So take a look at this visitor adoption KPI report. With this report, we are able to show you how much money you are losing from inactive user licenses and creating and storing unused content, and even help translate time wasted and bad user experiences into monetary value with actions such as failed searches or experiencing slow pages, which ultimately affects the user's experience. Now you are able to clearly show how this affects the business. So we have added various reports and features such as this example, focus on helping you measure money lost. So because we know how much time, effort and resources it takes to, for example, migrate to Office 365, we developed this report to help you measure just that. So let's dive deeper into this report. First, let's look at the money lost. This chart is comprised of the following metrics: money lost on inactive user licenses, money lost on failed searches, money lost on slow pages, and then also money lost on creating unused media assets. So unused media files are files stored in SharePoint asset libraries that were not viewed at all in a selected time range. In terms of time wasted, if we hop over to the right-hand side here, this chart is comprised of the following metrics. Time wasted on failed searches equals to the number of failed searches multiplied by 64 seconds per search. A failed search is a search where a user did not click on any search result, including searches with no results. If we look at time wasted on creating unused content, equals to the number of unused content items multiplied by content creation time in minutes. All of this is configurable. Unused content items are items that were not viewed at all in the selected time range. And then the next one, time wasted on slow pages. A slow page is a page that takes longer to load than the average page load time. But then if we look at the values here on the left, if we go down to a little bit more detail, the following values are configurable in the money lost and time wasted visuals. So if we look first of all here at average salary per hour, so that's the average hourly salary for information technology roles, and the default value is $32.2. If we look at user license cost per month, base price per user per month for Office 365, and the default value is $20. If we look at storage costs per gig per month in dollars, the price for storing 1 gig of data per month in Office 365, and the default value is 20 cents. Media content production cost per minute in dollars, so the average rate for producing 1 minute of digital media assets, and the default value is $1,200 or $1,200. And then content creation time in minutes. So this is the average time in minutes for creating a content item such as a document or a news article, website page, etc. And the default value is 120 minutes. And then the one here at the bottom, page load time in seconds. So the average time it takes to load and display the entire content of a web page in the browser window. So the default value is here 10 seconds. And all of this can also be filtered by date by using the date slider to quickly change the start or the end, the start or the end date that you would like to review information for. If I hop into our next dashboard that I want to show you, visit adoption, active and inactive users. So here you can see the money lost on inactive licenses. So that is why it's very important to also use analytics insights to target those inactive users in order to get them to also be productive and collaborative to improve a company's ROI and not losing this money on these inactive licenses. If you hop over to search optimization, one second, it's just busy loading, there we go. Here you can see again the hours wasted on failed searches and the money lost on those failed searches. Here you can see that we have a high level of failed searches for each of these search items on that are showing you on the left. But once we have the data, and this is why it's so important, once we have this data, we have a way of making improvements and we can then monitor if these go down over a period of time once you're actually making improvements to your environment. If we hop over to slow pages, we'll look here at the responsiveness. There we go. So if there's a lot of content loaded by the site owner on a single page, it would cause that page to take many seconds to load. So here you can see the money lost on slow pages and the time wasted on slow pages. And if we go all the way here to the left, we can also see the average page load time. So this is the average time in milliseconds that it takes for a page to become fully functional for a user. So the page begins loading once the page request has been completed. But with this info about slow pages, such as the top slow pages, that on your site, by the amount of time in milliseconds they take to be requested from your server on average, again, you are able to make improvements needed in order to improve the usability and minimize the time and money lost on slow pages. So it's all about getting this amazing data, these great insights, taking action and seeing how it improves the usability, improves productivity, and causing less money and time to be lost because of these things. If we hop into portal resources, it's taking a moment to load, there we go. Here you can see the money lost on storing unused content, the money lost on creating unused media assets, as well as time wasted on creating unused content, show here in hours. If I hop back to my slide deck, it's a bit slow, apologies. There we go. When running a business, it is obviously important to be able to measure and qualify success. That's where key performance indicators come in, because KPIs let you see the success or the failure so you can continually improve. In this case, your Office 365 platforms. So in other words, KPIs are accurate and unbiased measures of success. And CardioLog Analytics' smart metric reports show how we can help organizations save money. It shows simply and basically how they can improve their portal, and in doing so, save money and time and improve productivity as well. So that was a very quick presentation, keeping it short and sweet today. Please do send any questions you may have in the GoToWebinar questions box. Let me have a quick look here. I see I already have 2 questions. I have a question from Kim. Kim asked, do you have a trial? So yes, Kim, we do have a trial. We have a free trial as well as a proof of concept for people who want a longer evaluation or maybe to try more environments and features versus our free trial, which is also limited. You can contact us so we can share some more information about what's included in each. I also have a question here from Brad. Are your solutions available for purchase in AppSource? Yes, Brad. Our solutions, our CardioLog Analytics solution, and also our engagement solution, which I would love to show all of you at another time, are available for purchase in AppSource, and that will fall under apps. I see I have another question here from Robert. So Robert asks, does it take a lot of time to deploy? That's a great question, Robert. So what's really, really neat about this tool is it's designed for SharePoint, so there's no need for customization when you want to deploy. With our setup wizard, you can get it up and running within an hour and already start to collect data. I see just one more question came in. So I have a question from Nicholas. What is the pricing model? So Nicholas will give you more details about this, but I'll just tell you now that it is a yearly subscription based on the number of users that we are tracking. If you want more details about pricing, please feel free to visit our website at www.intlock.com, and then that's also where you would go to arrange for a free trial. So I am going to wrap up our session today. As a reminder, we have recorded this very, very short, nice, short and sweet webinar, and we'll be sending it out tomorrow or the day after for you to share with your colleagues who are unable to attend. So like I said, we invite you also to visit us at intlock.com, and not only to book your free trial, but we can also arrange a demo of CardioLog Engage for you, our engagement solution that takes the insights and the data from CardioLog Analytics and actually launch campaigns to target those inactive users. And you can also tweet us at @CardioLog, and for more information and helpful tips, please check out our blog at blog.intlock.com. And for more information, you can contact us at info@intlock.com. So I'm going to wrap it up. A huge thanks to everyone who joined us today. Have a good rest of your day. Take care, stay safe, and we will see you soon for our next webinar. Goodbye.